from HARTV. This is your monthly MLS Market Update with David Mendel and 2011 HAR Chairman Carlos Bujosa.
Welcome to the May 2011 Property Sales Update. The 2010 homebuyer tax credit continues to obscure an accurate gauge of how the Houston real estate market is performing. The 2010 federal incentive, as you recall, triggered a short-term surge in local home sales last spring that has skewed the year-over-year analysis most of this year. When compared to the tax credit incentivized closed sales of May 2010, there were fewer home sales recorded in May 2011. At the same time, the number of listings that went under contract this May and expected to close in the next 30 to 60 days was up more than 35% when compared to May 2010. That's yet another comparison skewed by the tax credit that required buyers to enter purchase contracts by the April 30th, 2010 deadline. We'll take a look at more of the numbers in a moment, but first let's turn to Carlos for an explanation of what's happening. You know, normally a jump in pendings is welcome news. It portends positive sales in the following month. Not necessarily the case this time around.
Yeah. Again, we hate to sound like a broken record, but we keep talking about the tax credit. It had a serious effect on the number of properties that went under contract, the pendings, up until April the 30th. After April the 30th, all that activity that had taken place because of the tax credit, all of a sudden it just dropped off. And so we're seeing this very high number of pendings this time because pendings had dropped off so much last year.
Really gives us sort of a this false illusion of positivity, but in fact we're sort of in new territory here. We don't really know how it's going to shake out or how long it will take to shake out.
Right, and I suspect that it's going to be with us for several months yet, possibly into the fall, where we're going to see numbers, whether they're pendings or closings, that are going to be distorted because of last year's activity.
Well, let's pause for a moment and take a look at the May numbers. Year-over-year single-family home sales declined 11.9% with a total of 5,043 homes sold. At $220,210, the average price of a single-family home reached an all-time high for a May in Houston, as well as to date for 2011. The median price of a single-family home rose 3.2%, coming in at $157,900, also a record high for a May in Houston and for all of 2011 so far. Townhome condominium sales totaled 441 units in May. That's down 20.7% versus a year earlier. And Carlos, the rental market remains on fire. We're hearing that a lot of people are drawn to the Houston market because of some positive employment numbers. And you've heard of even more positive news on that front.
According to the Texas Workforce Commission, we've now regained about 70% of the jobs that we lost during the recession. But I also heard the Greater Houston Partnership last week saying that Bill Gilmer, the chief economist for the Dallas Fed, actually believes that the Houston area has really regained all of the jobs that we lost during the recession. That's the employment is driving rentals up. People are moving into the city of Houston. Recently, U-Haul named Houston the #1 destination for their moving vans. That tells you people are moving here. There are a lot of really good things. Unfortunately, I think that the fact that people are having a hard time qualifying for loans, some people are, that's also driving people into the rental market.
Well, it'll be very interesting to see how we perform here in the months ahead, because we're sort of in new territory where this is concerned. Well, thanks so much for your expertise as you provide every single month. We're back next month and take a look at property sales for June. From all of us here at HARTV, thanks so much for watching.